welcome to the podcast, Mukund. It's good to be back with you.
Excited to be here.
Thanks. So, Mukund, pollution is a burning problem.
But most literally and figuratively.
Literally and unfiguratively, very true. But most of us choose to just crib about it. What got you to create something?
See, this problem specifically of air pollution is very close to my heart, in fact, close to my house, because I first noticed the problem in my household with my mom and my sister. And, that's how it started. And as I started digging more, I realized that, it's beyond my household, beyond my friend circle, beyond my city, beyond my state. It's, nationwide. So, that's what got me thinking, hey, this is a problem that's worth spending my time on. And then the other angle is, of course, I'm a technologist, right? I'm always, looking for the impactful opportunity to apply my expertise to develop a product. So these two kind of came at an intersection point, right? So that's kind of how, I ended up, here.
Wow. So what was that trigger point? What was that intersection point? What happened that got you thinking? Kya hua tha?
So, I went to Michigan for master's. That's the business school. I don't know if you know Professor Prahalad, who wrote Fortune at the Bottom of the Pyramid, right?
Yes.
I mean, I didn't do my MBA there. I did my master's. But, I'm from the same community, right? And I was very inspired, moved by that book. Because, for me, charity is one way to help people, but for me, I wanted a sustainable way, which is you're not begging and pleading for money, but you create a sustainable way for people to take care of themselves, right? It's it's all about how you teach someone to fish. So I have always been thinking, how can I apply my language learning technological skills to impact people in this bottom strata. And then that's when as I was visiting India, spending time with my family, I'm seeing that almost on a daily basis, my mom, my sister, they are suffering from wheezing and sometimes severe wheezing, almost leading to asthma, just from a trip to the city. Right? We just go out, come back, and then the night they're having severe respiratory issue. So then I started thinking, okay, how can I apply, because respiratory health or respiratory wellness is a completely new space. But I have always believed strongly that technology can be applied to solve some of the biggest problems. And given my technological background and given the closeness to my heart of this problem, I wanted to see how I can apply those together. And that's when I started doing some research, and I was I kind of bumped into some interesting technologies that were promising.
Okay.
So then I thought, okay, I think there may be some technological opportunities here to really help solve this problem of respiratory issue. More specifically for the people at the bottom of the pyramid, right? In the sense that a device, a product whose total cost of ownership is much lower. You're not using disposable products like filters you use one day, throw it away. Just the cost just adds up. Versus I wanted to build a product that would be reusable, right? A filter that is a filter or a filtration technology that's reusable. So ek baar paise dal diye, and then you just keep using it for
you can just get hooked to. Good. So walk us through this journey, this design in California to the Make in India journey. Talk about it, please.
Yeah, so it's looking back, right, it's a crazy thing because, I had zero background in filtration, or the chemical side or mechanical side. I'm purely an electronics guy,
Yes,
right?
yes.
But then from my research, I bumped into this tech, which is like electrostatic precipitation, which is an electronics-based filtration, right? Which is used in industries in like big mega-scale factories. But then I was thinking, hey, how about creating a miniature version of this that can be mounted on your head? Right? So, but then, it's like, just imagine like shrinking a mountain to a small pebble, right?
Yeah.
So then I partnered with a professor in New York. He's a filtration expert. And then also I partnered with a couple of other filtration experts to kind of gain that domain knowledge, so I can actually validate this idea. Is this even doable? So that's how it started. And then for me, I'm also a tinkerer, right? Like, it's not just in the head. I'm just thinking and planning. So I quickly put together a team in actually tier 2 city in Tamil Nadu. So that's another area I'm very passionate about, which is like, how do we enable talented engineers in tier 2 cities, like rural areas, right? Because they're super talented, right? Like, but they don't get these opportunities there just because exactly, right? So that's the other angle. I wanted to find some talent, right, in these cities who can help build this product.
Wow,
that's going to be so powerful. It's built by people in like tier 2 cities, like suburban areas, want to prove the point that like these people can build world-class products.
Of course they can.
Right? Yes. Given the right opportunity. And two, it's going to help our, Indian people at the bottom of the pyramid, middle class. It's not for those elite, but like people who really need this, who are impacted by air pollution, whose lives are reduced, right, by this slow poison of air pollution.
But that's exactly my question, and I'm still seeking an answer. That there's so many Indian intellectuals doing well in life. You doing so well in life in California. You could have just chosen to crib about it. That this is a problem, and it's a global problem. It's a problem of the developing world. So from your value systems, from your conditionings, from your learnings, what was it that made Mukund the Mukund who would create and not the Mukund who would crib like most others? What was it?
I don't know if I can pinpoint to a thing, right? I don't know. It's just, I think it's beyond. There is some higher force that's guiding me to do whatever I'm doing, right? Because this is it's an extremely crazy thing to do, given my zero background in filtration or anything related to air quality or filtration, right? But something told me, okay, this is a problem worth spending your time, money, right, and your career building it. So I don't know what that is, but there is something inside me that told me, okay, this is the right thing to do.
Yeah, and you followed it.
I'm still following. It's still a long way to go. We'll see.
Yeah,
it's a journey. It's been it's been a roller coaster journey. I tell people, if there is one thing we have got in abundance, that's the challenges. Ek ke baad ek chunaudiyan. That's probably the only thing we have got in abundance, right, so far. Because everything else has been a challenge. Raising money, finding hardware. This is interesting, right? When I was starting and I was kind of running this idea by some of the investors or like startup experts, they were like, okay, you want to do something in hardware, bad idea, right?
Bad idea.
And then okay, now you want to build hardware in India, a country that has like almost zero hardware ecosystem, bad idea, right? And then 3, now you want to build a product for Indian market from an investor standpoint, that's a bad idea.
And that's when the real Mukund comes, okay, I'll do it then. I'll do it. So what is it? I mean, people told you could not do it because the ecosystem may not support it. But you still went ahead and condensed a mountain of a technology, shrunk it down to size, and that's your consumer range.
Consumer
right?
product, yeah.
So let's now move to the new offerings, the industrial range. And tell us about your industrial platform, industrial safety platform, and how did you transition from the consumer to the industrial range?
So, like I said, right, we built a product, right, and we had a certain hypothesis that, okay, this product is going to resonate with the consumers. But we were struggling, right? Like we sold 100 odd devices, but we were not seeing the kind of traction that we were looking to have, because like we really wanted to reach the masses, and we spent a lot of time getting feedback, running trials in Delhi, right? Which is, and this is during like Diwali time, right? Where the AQI is like past 300. Even then, like there was, I don't know, nonchalance, resistance, hesitation, whatever you want to call it. But there was not, it was not being embraced as much as I had liked. But then, I don't blame the customers, right? It's like maybe something is missing in our product, right? That's not appealing to them. So then we were like starting to explore and widen our audience, right? Like, okay, let's talk to adjacent segments like industries, right? So that's when, Chandru, my batchmate from NIT Trichy, right? Like he joined hands, and because like he is in Bellary, which is a big industrial hub, right? Yes. So he came on board, and then we really started exploring that segment. And that's when we realized, oh wow, there is, I got a feeling that there is a lot more interest there than I was seeing in the consumer segment.
There's a better need there.
Yes.
Right? Because Bellary has the Jindals of the world, the thermal power plants of the world. So keep going. We're all listening. So you shifted the focus from the consumer, who was probably not listening right now, but you focus on the industry.
Yeah, our end goal is still to come back to the consumers, but then industry will help us refine the product. And my hypothesis is that it's once I build an industry grade product, I can always trim it down to a consumer grade. But I felt like there was a strong pull from the industrial sector. And here, like we were pushing, right? It was too much of an effort.
Too much of an effort.
So maybe the time was not right at that point. So but then we were seeing here the pull. Right? Yeah. But then our product was not ready, because we had built a consumer grade product, and we were getting interest from industrial customers, right? So then actually we had to go back to the drawing board, start over, like, okay, what are all the requirements? That's when like Chandru and I were working closely. We took the consumer product, right? And then from there, like we got a big list of requirements, and we started building. So it was really like a 2.0 from scratch.
From scratch.
And now we had to build an industrial grade product where the requirements from all dimensions are like extremely high compared to consumers. It has to run longer hours, filter higher amount of dust. It has to last in a more
challenging environment.
Exactly. Right. So from all angles, and there were like all kinds of certifications needed. So it became I would say maybe 5x a challenge than the consumer one. But the good thing was, like, we had a very passionate team. And we have a very small team, like 5-6 of us, and most of us have stuck together through the thin and thicks of our journey, right? Like we have had a lot of downs, some ups, but the core team has stuck with us.
Amazing.
And with that passion now, we have been able to build products that's starting to hit the chord with some big industrial sectors.
Wow. Tell us more about, people know that there are devices which filter, but you talk about an industrial safety and health platform.
Right.
So walk us through what you mean by a platform and ecosystem.
Yeah, so it's a very narrow way to look at Aerion as like a industrial respirator company, right?
Yeah.
Industrial respirator is just our first foot in the door to the industries, because that's the immediate need for the industries. They, I can talk like AI, videos, cameras, all of that, but they all come after.
Much later. Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, I want to start with the most pressing need for the industrial customers, which is respiratory issue, right? So that's why when we say we are a platform, our platform consists of like multiple verticals, right? So the platform is our industrial safety technology platform, not just industrial safety platform, meaning we are not going to be building like just like gloves and shoes, right? Not the traditional safety products, but like the smart, intelligent, technology-powered industrial safety products, right? And some of the key verticals we are going to touch upon are Vision AI. My background is in Vision and AI, so I see a huge scope in the industries for Vision AI, and then Audio AI. And what I mean by that is like when a worker is in a hazardous environment, right? There are so many hazards that are either can be visually caught, but it may be happening behind, like maybe there is a fire starting.
Yeah, but you have only two eyes that look ahead.
Exactly.
Yeah,
right?
nothing
So
behind
now this device is your eyes on the field, having a 360-degree view, and there are some dangers that may be just audible, right? There is no visual component to it. So there is like the audio AI, video AI. So we want to combine all of this to really create this protection for the worker, a 360-degree protection in the hazardous environment that keeps the worker safe, so that like every day they can worry free, they can return back to their family and children. So that's the bigger vision of our platform, right? But then, I don't want to get carried away by the bigger vision. First, let's start with like, what's the biggest pain point? How do we address that? That's the way for us to get our foot in the door. Then there is a pull from the customers. Okay, they're starting to use it. Then you start to layer up these additional features, right? So that's going to be our journey. That's our vision.
Wow. So the foot in the door, and of course, if it's in the industrial space, it has to be mounted on something. And if it's heavy industries, it would be mounted on a helmet. So it's a starting point. So would it be right to say that this offering, active respiratory helmets, is generation 1?
Absolutely, yep.
Yeah. So sitting where you are, how do you see vision 3 or 4 of this product? As it gains traction, as the markets open to the idea, and they are, because from what I've known, you've had resounding success in Karnataka, and you've launched in North India.
Yep.
So talk about this generation 1 offerings, and how would you see in some time generation 3 or 4 of it?
So like I said, generation 1 is just a bare bones active, right? Not a passive, active respiratory helmet.
Yeah.
Right? So that's our generation 1. But really what this is going to transform is into an AR powered body protection device, right? I'm deliberately using the word like body. I don't want to restrict it to just the face, right?
Face, yeah.
Your entire body is important, right? Like valuable. So it's really like how you can use the power of AI to, I would say, detect threats, prevent threats, and protect the worker in a holistic way. Right?
Yeah.
Not just so like we are starting with respiratory health, but like this our product is going to be, for example, one of the things like me and Chandru discuss about is like how do we identify the worker is getting fatigued, right? So our device will like measure the vitals, and it can tell if it's abnormal that like through some alert mechanism either communicate to the worker that like, hey, it's a time to take the break, or inform the supervisor like hey, this person needs to take a break, right? So it's beyond just respiratory health, like monitoring their overall performance and health, and that's from a worker standpoint, right? But it's this any industrial safety product is not just about worker safety. It's also about how is it going to contribute to
The
organizational
bottom line,
productivity, right? So that's the other thing that we heavily focus on, and we try to conduct studies to really quantify, because that's what that's a big part of our sell to the industries, right? It's not about just your workers' safety. Yes, your workers are going to be safe, but at the same time, it's a double win, right? Like you're going to make your workers safer. At the same time, you're also going to improve your bottom line.
Yeah, because if I'm breathing better, I fatigue less, and I have opportunities to be more productive.
More productive, less errors on the field, right? It could be less accidents, better quality of product, so you're not having to do the same thing just to fix the quality issue, right? So in multiple ways, it contributes to productivity and to the bottom line.
So, you come from the West. You come from a world which is the first world where breaks, working hours, laws, legislations, compliances are in place. We are working towards it, to the vision of a Viksit Bharat. What are the areas where you see some inertia of rest? And what are the starting points, and how are you trying to break that inertia to break into the market?
So one thing, I think that's too early for us, but one thing that I have discussed with some of the companies who work on compliance and monitoring is this is an IoT product at the end of the day, right? It's going to be connected. So it's not just like one device. It's not just smart for you. Because it's an IoT device, there are like multiple helmets that could be communicating to each other. Right?
Yeah.
So imagine my helmet is sensing danger. It's going to inform all the nearby devices, right? So in that sense, it's actually monitoring your environment and tracking each person's like working hours, fatigue level, vitals, all of that, right? So now the management has this data, so they can make, because oftentimes they may not realize, how this break translates into better health for the worker, our productivity, all of that, right? So now they can, what we can do is like we can use all this data to really generate insights that can help the management make better decision, wiser decision, which is in the long-term interest of the company. It's not just like, okay, बंदे ने अभी ब्रेक लिया है या like ये कुछ तो ठीक से काम नहीं कर रहा है. It's not like just based on some supervisor or कोई एक बंदे का just some
anecdotal interpretation.
Like it can be data driven, right? Like across the board for your entire workforce.
Now for the uninitiated, please tell us, what do you mean by an active respiratory helmet. So tell us about the basics. Tell our viewers, what are the capabilities of Internet of Things? What are the capabilities of augmented reality? And so on and so forth. And what is an active respirator?
Right, yeah, let's start with that, right?
Yeah.
So the active term, the way I use it is like, the simplest thing is like in a mask, right? You are still putting all the effort, you as the wearer of the mask, to take the air through the filter, which is the mask, into your lungs, right? So the air always takes the path of least resistance. So ऐसे कवर किए हो, इधर थोड़ा गैप है, इधर थोड़ा गैप है, तो हवा कहीं से भी अंदर जा सकता है, right? And mostly it will always go from here. So that's not like real protection, right? Versus like active में क्या होता है कि your entire face is sealed, right? So there is no chance of, मतलब हमारे active respirator में we keep our entire device sealed around your face. So there is no way for external air to leak in, and then now we are actively purifying air through our whatever technology. We have multiple technology, right? One is over the head, another is in the back unit, and then it's feeding clean air, fully controlled by the device towards your face. So we are actively spraying clean air versus leaving it at the mercy of the user, like to pull
in
air.
Right? So it is providing.
Yes, correct.
That is why it's active.
Correct. Yes. So that's on the active side, right? Now, quickly on the AR side, AR is a fascinating field, and I have worked a lot on VR, which is virtual reality, but like AR is another layer. So the simplest way to explain is like in our products, right? Like in our helmet, we have the visor, right?
Right.
So this visor is a dumb, plain visor.
Yeah.
So now you can overlay information. For example, you can overlay, now this becomes a smart visor, right? And then it's just displaying instructions. Let's say, as an example, someone is navigating through a mine, right? It's like, it's almost like it's giving you directions. Okay, 100 feet turn left, 100 feet go straight, right? And it's overlaid on top. It's not blocking your vision.
It's not blocking.
It's just an overlay.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And just imagine the possibilities of that overlay display. So what all you can do, right?
Wow.
You can send alerts like, like you're starting to lose your energy, time to take a break. It could be those kind of like warning signs, or it could be educational, like बंदा एक माइन के बीच में है, उसको समझ में नहीं आ रहा ये वाल्व को कैसे ओपन करना है.
Right.
So he's going to just see a short video which is overlaid on the visor, telling him how to open the valve. Right? So things like that. So AR, and I can keep on going, it's so powerful. But then, our thing is we can build all kinds of things, but we will always be putting our customer first. So industry may whatever the biggest pain point, that's what we will address. That's how we will build our product. Right. So right now, version 1, our workers are using. Now we are working very closely with the team to collect feedback, and then we will identify use cases where AR is needed, and then we'll start to integrate. But that's still a bit far away. Right now, we are still in our first innings, right? Let's get this version out to the masses. Let's improve the health of our people.
And let's start with the breath of life, the most important thing.
Yes.
You breathe better, feel safe, work harder, maybe less fatigue, and be more productive.
I don't want to, lose sight of, what we want to achieve in the near term, and then just keep dreaming about far out in the future, but we know where we want to go. But at the same time, this is what we want to do now,
right?
And that's the team. That's what our team is working on.
So tell us about this offering. When the industry came to you with the pain points and you designed for them, you may not name the industry, but tell us the journey of, say, the great things that happened in Bellary.
So this is a good time to introduce our head of sales, Chandru, to the podcast, right? Because he spearheaded the whole effort.
Yeah.
I'd like him to, let me step away, and I'd like him to share his experiences with us.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you,
Mukund. It's always a pleasure to connect with you.
Thank you.
So much.
Awesome.
Thank you, Chandru, for joining us. Mukund gave a very beautiful introduction, and he mentioned you twice along the journey. So you deserve to be on this seat. Walk us through the sales journey.
Thank you. It happened right away from July 2022. Okay, and when Mukund visited India for his meeting his parent, and he planned to visit to my place. Okay, we are good friends, and he came here, and he said, like, I have come up with a new product which can really enhance the safety, and it can really make good things for the people of India, and I really wanted to do something for my own people. Okay, whatever I have learned all these 20 years, he said, like, I want to implement for something good for the people of India. So then I said, that's something very close to me. I said, my friend is coming with some idea, so let me start more energy into it and then find out what exactly is it. And that's where we thought, okay, let's take the product to the safety people in that locality, because Bellary is called as the street city of Karnataka.
No doubt, yeah.
And predominantly, if you see that, there are 4 or 5 major players, with Jindal being the biggest in the industry. Okay, and there are multiple small industries, which about 100 plus steel industries, many scale industries are there, and overall if you see like 400 companies are there. So then we thought, let's take and then find out whether this product is needed in that, and how we can change the people life. Okay, and then that's where we went into Jindal. Okay, and the safety department person said, like, go and I think because they have a lot of need in that, and probably this product could do something for them. Okay, and we took that and we started giving the demos to them, and then they understood, like, our points are little different, our pain point is something different. Okay, can you do something for our pain points? So that is where we thought, it was like an eye opener. Okay, then we thought, like, this is some thing which is much more painful than the consumer segment. So we thought, let's find out what are the things they are undergoing and how we take forward. And we started understanding from the general multiple visits have made, that's a very closed loop and people don't allow it, but fortunately, God was kind enough and we went to the multiple things, and more than 5-6 iteration they have given us. So, and then, we thought we will take it to the thermal plants, and then we took it to Singareni coal mines. So each one having the different pain point, but it's all predominantly in the same underlying thing. So then we almost took more than 2.5 years in understanding the pain point, and then creating something which is very, very, comfortable for them. Okay, because I always have the belief, like, any product, if it is not comfortable, it has to be pushed onto that. So we thought, Mukund, I told you, like, can we do something product which is pulling? Okay, that means the user is demanding for the product to think. So we thought, like, let's go for something which is giving the superior experience. Okay, and the comfort has to be at par, or the anything which you cannot even think of. So that comfort, it should be there. And then with that, we thought, okay, you take it forward, you do the things, and I'm going to give my brain, I'm going to apply the things, and whatever things that you give me the input, and then we will work on that.
So tell me, Chandru, when you listened in first, you were a good listening post, you figured out the practical problem, went to the drawing board, created a practical solution, implemented it. If you were to share one feedback that you got from the end user, the worker who experienced your product, what comes to your mind?
See, the one thing which always comes to my mind is the first feedback which I got from Jindal things the person was given to the pellet plant, and the person used it for more than 2 weeks. And he was very shy of expressing, but I asked him, just express it. Then he said, I'm very, very happy and I don't want to give this product to anybody else. Okay. And he said, like, I'm recently married. Okay, and till now, all these things, like because of the dusty environment, I go things I need to at least 2 times I have to take bath to clean my. Even then, I don't have a peaceful sleep. Okay, and this product is giving me a complete protection on my face, on my eyes, on my entire thing. So I just need not worry about it, and I'm having a very, very peaceful sleep, and I can really have a good family time. Okay, and he said, like, my respiratory thing has improved a lot. Okay, he was saying, like, initially I used to have little bit of cough and cold and all that, but now I don't get there. Okay, and I'm feeling very, very happy. And he said, like, if management can somehow give us, then we'll definitely use it. So that is what is the one, and it's always in my eyes.
It's so good to see a product bring smiles.
Correct.
And when you think about the feedback, it lightens you up too. Thank you so much for joining us, Chandru.
Thank you so much.